My name's James Young. I've spent 90% of my life in West Virginia. When I graduated high school, left, went to the military, served 4 years in the United States Navy. When I came back, I met my wife. We spent 5 or 6 years together, had our first child. Before we know it, we're buying a house and, really getting into my career and stuff like that in law enforcement. My dad was a state trooper, a chief of police, ran his own private security firm for 20 plus years. When the opportunity arose for me to officially get into that field of work, I thought it was great. I couldn't wait. I was, just like anybody else that gets in their job, they're gung-ho and, I had a blast. I loved it. So my hopes and aspirations were to become chief of the police department, and again, that kind of followed in the footsteps of my dad being a chief of the police department. And, I couldn't wait. It was June 17th, 2021 at approximately 7:30 in the morning. I was coming into the town of Nutter Fort, approaching the intersection of Route 98 and Route 20. Had a gentleman pull out in front of me, approximately 30 feet in front of me, and there was nothing I could do. My front passenger quarter met his driver's side front. As soon as I hit him, obviously I knew it'd been an accident. Airbags blew up all over the place. My hand had come off the steering wheel and crumpled up into the dash. And as soon as it did that, it popped. I knew I broke it. Did some x-rays. It was hard to see because due to all the swelling and stuff like that. In a week's time, I went back. Swelling had gone down considerably. Realized what had been broken or what was damaged. They advised me that there was nothing more medically that they could do. And they decided to do surgery on me. I was still off work. I've been off work approximately 8 months at that point, give or take. Because my injury was my right hand and I'm right hand dominant, as a result of me not having a feeling in my thumb, in order to me to eject a magazine out of my firearm, I would have to physically look and make sure I was pressing the magazine release. And that's not safe. So I made the decision, unfortunately, that I needed to retire. I went and talked to my chief. My wife was with me. And I made that decision. It killed me. I hated it. My dad was in contact with Mr. Desai. Mr. Desai told my dad, he said, have Jamie call me. We'd set up an interview. I explained a little bit over the phone. I ran through the whole story again, and he said, I'll take you on as a client. He said, you have, it's devastating. It's horrible what has happened to you. I'm going to help you the best I can. Strong is he's very personable. He talked to me just like I'd known him for years. He kept me informed every step of the way. When you build a case like that, you want every detail. Anything that could be discovered, he discovered. It had got to the point I was approximately 30 days from losing my home. How do you go to your kids and say, hey, we may not live here tomorrow? When he called me the first time and said, I've got you some settlement, and I was like, that's absolutely fantastic because I'm on the verge of losing everything I own. We could pay our bills, we could get stuff done, which was phenomenal. I didn't have to worry anymore. If it hadn't been for him, I don't think we would be in the same position as what we are now. So I'm extremely grateful for that. Who has always kept my interests and always kept my family's interests above anything else. And like I said, I'm extremely grateful for that and always will be.